in spite of seeing so many natural and man-made calamities, we are now hurtling into one more man-made disaster. A disaster which may prove far more destructive than anything we have seen so far, simply because it will affect nearly every single person living on this planet. This new simmering disaster has the potential to stunt our growth, impair our immune system, and may even lead to severe damage to our brain, liver, kidneys, and other vital organs. It may increase incidence of life-threatening diseases like cancer and a number of other ailments that are unknown to us right now. Ironically, it's not a fictional plot of any horror film, but a fact that has been unfolding for nearly 2 decades now. Next on its target are the people of India and the food on their platter. As the traffic light turns red and vehicles on this busy Delhi road come to a screeching halt, it's time for 8-year-old Sunita to grab her income generation opportunity. Before the light turns green, Sunita demonstrates her gymnastic skills to eke out a living for herself. What is common between Sunita and nearly every single person on this planet is that we all feel hungry and we all have to eat to ensure our survival. But what will happen if the food that we eat becomes our worst enemy and instead of sustaining a survival, it starts killing and crippling us?
Food can start killing people. Which food may kill me?
Could be, yeah. If you eat the wrong sort of food, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know.
How can it be possible?
If it is not cooked properly. Why should food kill me?
No, if it is cooked very well and it's cooked by my mother. No, I didn't say that something's wrong with the food.
Call me a fearmonger if you like, but the threat to our lives with the food that we eat was never so real as it is now. A criminal conspiracy by multinational corporations in the garb of genetically modified food is all set to wreak havoc with the people's health in India. If we do not wake up in time, soon we will end up having poison in the food that we eat to ensure our survival. In a country that is a melting pot of cultures and religion, food is often seen as the greatest gift of God. But our staple food items like rice, pulses and vegetables that nature has given to us are being irreparably damaged as they're being laced with genes of other living organisms.
Nature allows you to cross a wheat plant with a wheat plant. Nature allows you to cross a maize plant with a maize plant, tomato plant with a tomato plant, or a pig with a pig, horse with a horse, like that. It doesn't allow interspecies crosses. What genetic engineering is doing is, you can actually cross, in that sense, you can actually cross or bring a character from, let's say, a pig into human beings, or from a human beings into one plant.
And people should know that when you mix genes this way, then you are courting disaster, because if the disease comes with it, so why should you want to use it?
The killing potential of GM food became known for the first time in 1989, when a dietary supplement, L-tryptophan, led to the death of nearly 100 people in America. It caused sickness and disability in another 10,000 people, and even forced a US court to make its manufacturer, Showa Denko of Japan, to pay $2 billion as compensation to those affected by its consumption.
Individuals started going to doctors with all sorts of very severe symptoms. They had incredible pain, greater pain than the doctors had ever seen in their entire careers. Hair was falling out, there was memory loss, there was muscle weakness. Some people had their muscles tighten up and uncontrollably lock. The skin became leathery and painful. Hundreds, thousands of people in the United States had these symptoms, were taking L-tryptophan, but were not diagnosed. The doctors and the patients did not know there was a deadly epidemic throughout the United States. 5,000 to 10,000 people ultimately got this sickness. Some were permanently disabled. About 100 died.
If you think the tragedy caused by L-tryptophan was an isolated case of a technology going wrong, you need to think again. Offsprings of rats fed with GM soy died within 3 weeks of a trial, while many others developed multiple health problems.
In case of mice, there are ample evidence which show, including Monsanto's own studies, which show that genetically modified food can play up with their liver, can affect their kidneys, the size diminishes, can play up with their blood, can cause irritation, can cause all kinds of diseases. They're all on record. Now, if it can have on mice, I see no reason why that thing will not transfer into human beings.
Soy allergies skyrocketed in the UK soon after GM soy was introduced in the country. 12 cows died in Germany when fed with BT corn in 2001. Inhaled BT corn pollen triggered severe skin and respiratory infections and affected nearly every single person living in a village in Philippines in 2003.
This is one of the most dangerous technologies ever introduced on Earth. And it is being deployed in our food supply. It is madness.
Until unless it is proved foolproof that it has no harm for the public, don't propagate it. Propagation of something of which you are not sure of, which would create enormous damage to the life on this planet, is not acceptable by any means. It is not science, it is terrorism.
In spite of so many reported harmful effects of GM food, the Food and Drug Administration of America, FDA, kept on ignoring the findings and declared these food items as safe for human consumption.
One